We got the Pistons. And, of course, KrispyFlakes, one of the biggest Pistons fans on the planet. KF, man, you followed him for a long time.
One of the OGs.
He's one of the OG rebuilders on YouTube. Him, KOT4Q, and 6 Rings of Steel have been really the centers of this for like 6-7 years.
Yep.
Like, these guys have held it down for us. Shout out to them. KrispyFlakes says, you know what? We got the number 1 pick. I'm going to take this into my own hands. I'm going to rebuild the Detroit Pistons on my own. Okay, so he starts off. Obviously, the Pistons got the number 1 pick, and every time you start, rebuilding a team in 2K, you go to the coaches. Every 2K player can relate to this next clip of him picking his trainer.
See, trainer, bro, we got so much young talent up here, man. We got to fire your bitch ass, bro. Imagine being a trainer. Like, that's your full-time job. Like, can you imagine you're out, you work at McDonald's, and you're, like, a D- at, like, flipping burgers? Chances are you shouldn't be there then, man. Like, how can that be your profession, but you're only average at it?
That was like me at Tim Hortons.
I don't get it. But, yeah, so let's go ahead and sign up. We're going to try to get Randy Martin, A-. It's got to be good for at least 2 training camps.
Bro, everyone in 2K who's rebuilt has done that before. Like, the whole, how are these trainers bad at their job? Like, I went to physical therapy twice. Yeah. And they remember, your physical therapist is rated a D-. Plus, it's so instrumental to that game, too. How are you going to be so bad at that, man? Like you said, D- and flipping burgers. So, we got, not only that, he goes into the draft. He obviously picks up Cade. But before he does that, he looks at some trade proposals, and they were absolute BS. Like, take a look at this.
11 trade offers. I did hear Detroit was
okay, 11,
Detroit said they were open to trading the pick. A lot of people are trying to use that as negativity to bring me down, man, bring down my vibe and everything. But to be honest, Troy Weaver isn't stupid, man. So, if he trades the pick, it's going to get somebody like Zion or Luka Doncic or somebody like that, man. So he ain't just going to give away the pick. I don't know why people think that's just going to happen. But I will entertain the 11 trade offers. Let's do it. Let's just see what's offered up. We got Zach LaVine, Alfred Camino. Nope.
Dude,
nope.
What are these trades?
Big nope. Nope times 2.
Oh, my gosh.
I actually like De'Aaron Fox, but nope times 3. Nope times 4 times 5. I like Brandon Ingram, but yeah, I'm doing that. Nope. Hell no, man. What are you guys all coming at trying to get his damn John Wall's contract? We just gave Blake Griffin $60 million. We're not going to take John Wall just so we can buy him out too, man.
Yeah,
he did not like that last one.
That's a trade.
For real.
That's a trade Stan Van Gundy would make.
That is such a Stan Van Gundy. Not only are we going to do that, we're going to give up another pick to do it. But KrispyFlakes, he goes in, says, you know what, these trade offers suck. I wouldn't have taken any of them personally in 2K. He ends up picking up number 1 overall, Cade Cunningham. His rookie build by whoever created this draft class, 12 badges, 81 overall, a slashing playmaker. Now, do you guys think this is going to be reflective of what he actually is, when 2K22 drops later this year and the Pistons have him on the team?
At the very least, I hope so.
Yeah, because 81 overall, that's pretty generous for a rookie, but Cade's one of the better ones that we've seen in recent years. So, 12 badges, I'd say if they're bronze level, I'd take it. But if they're anything, maybe a couple silvers for finishing. He's an elusive ball handler, so maybe something for that. But 81, I think that's actually a very good build. Whoever spends a lot of time on these rosters is really good with it. He went and picked up Josh Christopher, number 38 overall, who the number 24 prospect in the game. Ibu Dianko Baji, number 42 overall, 70 overall, a finisher with 1 badge. And then Isaiah Todd, number 46 overall, 70 overall, slashing 4 with 0 badges. And he had to let him go for roster reasons. But if you're a Michigan fan, you know 2 of those names. So, that might have been KrispyFlakes' Michigan bias kicking in there. But I thought he might have focused too much on slashing. I think the Pistons still could use some good three-point help, get some good shooting around Cade. It won't hurt to have 2 more shooters. So I feel like that was a bit of a flaw in there. And, that's where we looked at it. He went on to free agency, and what pained me to see was he was going over who you could get. Andre Drummond was affordable for the Pistons, and he wanted $24 million a year. So I'm like, man, you're tripping if you think you're going to have to give him that money. My recommendation for KrispyFlakes in 2K21 was Kendrick Nunn. He would have cost $7.65 million, only 2.5 on the system fit, but he's a scoring machine with 19 badges, an 84 overall outside scoring, and a 75 overall athleticism. plus Oakland University local product. Shout out to the OU. Only problem was terrible defense. He had 53 overall defense. So KrispyFlakes goes, you know what? I'm going to sign Cam Payne. Let's take a look at that.
Cameron Payne was killing it, for the Phoenix Suns. You know what? I think I'm going to sign Cameron Payne to like a little backup point guard role. Give him a 2-year deal, see if he signs up for that. And, I will definitely be happy about that. And, yes, Cameron Payne. So we got renowned trades on Corey Joseph.
But having a spark off the bench like Kendrick Nunn would be
more
valuable than having a Cameron Payne.
I thought Kendrick Nunn. We already have a bit of a playmaker with Killian Hayes. Why not just get more of a pure scorer? I mean, if you look at it, Cameron Payne 77 overall on a $3 million less a year contract, 85 outside scoring, 76 playmaking, 72 athleticism. KrispyFlakes, man, you're all about local. You got 2 Michigan players in the draft, and you're not going to pick up OU's own Kendrick Nunn. Like, I mean, he was only there for a semester, but like, come on, man. You got to do that. He also considered signing Montrezl Harrell, which I've always considered, like, I think Beef Stew is a good Montrezl Harrell for the Pistons if we get Mobley. But now that we got number 1, we got to go, obviously, with the man, Cade Cunningham.
Obviously, yeah.
So he finishes up the offseason, goes into roster moves. He puts Killian at shooting guard, so we're running a 6'8" Cade Cunningham at point guard. Killian's overall goes up to an 81, and then KrispyFlakes did something that you don't normally see a lot of times. He changed the shot tendencies to make sure that, you had guys like Killian shooting more. He had guys like Killian shooting more, Jeremy Grant shooting more, and obviously Sadiq Bey shooting more. What surprised me was Isaiah Stewart has a 75 overall three-point shot in the game, which that's an underrated part of Beef Stew's game, is his three-point, his outside shooting. So that's what we did. He sims the first season. We all know the first season of a rebuild is kind of the waste. Yep. Cade gets Rookie of the Year, though. 19.6 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game, and 7.8 assists per game. Sixth Man of the Year, though, went to Jalen Suggs. I don't know what auto draft the Warriors had. Why would you draft Jalen Suggs just to put him on the bench and have him come off sixth man? Like, come on. This was like a leading scorer at Zaga.
What team was he on?
The Warriors.
I mean, if Clay and Steph.
Yeah, but imagine if you got like a guy like Mobley on the Warriors. I know him and Wiseman are pretty similar, but that would be crazy, especially because Wiseman's from USC. Or not Wiseman, Mobley's from USC. You got that Southern Cal connection. Yeah, Sawyer. Shout out to Sawyer on these graphics, by the way. I really like what he did. He killed it. I was working on a bunch of stuff today. So playoffs, obviously they get they kind of screwed that up. They didn't really make them. Next season, they're going back. They offered Luka, Kyrie, and Jimmy Butler. I would have loved any of these players. Obviously, Luka's got that. The Pacers, or not the Pacers, the Mavs can match any offer that comes to him. Let's check out who he ended up picking with this video.
We can get Kyrie Irving right now. We can get Kyrie Irving. He could be the man here in Detroit and try to win himself a championship. Yeah, got matched. Yeah, we're getting Kyrie Irving. I got some Kyries, by my setback there behind the green screen, man. We're going to get Kyrie Irving. Okay, there we go. Kyrie is on the team. And we still got some more money to work with here, too, which is the beautiful thing about this.
And he stayed on Derek Favors. He ended up signing Derek Favors, 81 overall. I thought the Kyrie Irving pick, this is obviously not a realistic rebuild, but he went with Kai, who's got 91 overall, and he's a slasher playmaker. He's got obviously the best handles rating in that game. So obviously great pickup by KF right there. So the last season, he had an interesting 3-guard set in lineups, and I know you can do this in 2K. You can shuffle it around so the overalls match up. Let's check out what KrispyFlakes did to his lineup to start off this new season.
Let's check it out.
First of all, Jeremy Grant is still going to start. So
Cade Cunningham.
Yes. So we are going to go with Killian, who currently has a 78 3-point shot, who's a 79 overall player, by the way. We're going to put at shooting guard. Killian's obviously a great passer and stuff, but the offense needs to come along. I think if he can do that, we'll be good to go. Plus, his defense is really good, too, man. Very underrated
defender.
Killian would be especially at the age of 20, so we'll put him right there. That will be cool to see. I love seeing Isaiah Stewart with the 75 3-point shot. Diallo is still on the team. We got Josh Jackson as shooting guard. We're good to go, man. Our team is completely set right here. It's completely set.
First of all, yeah. So that was a little different than we thought, but we go to the playoffs. 4-1 to the Nets round 1. Pistons make it the 1 seed, right? Cade Cunningham had developed into a 92 overall. So you had him and Kyrie going crazy. First of all, shout out to Dosa Dion. See him in the chat. He's got some great content. Goes 4-0 Cavs sweep round 2. The Cavs with a 5th seed. So Sexland and maybe Mobley, I don't know who they picked up in that draft, probably worked out. And then 4-1 versus the 76ers to advance to LeBron James and the Lakers. Now let's see.
What's their squad looking
Was
like?
he able to? He still had Bron. It was almost the same core. Montrez, Bron, 80. I'm sure LeBron had regressed. Let's see if he was able to win a chip with the Pistons.
Simulate rounds. And there we have it, guys. 2 seasons.
Go.
The Detroit Pistons.
Yup.
NBA champions.
There we go.
In
That's a
NBA
diehard
2K21.
right there.
In real life, it probably ain't going to happen that quick. But hey, you never know, man. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, perfect way. I'm sorry, Finals MVP. Perfect way to end this video here, man. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. Like I said, this rebuild mainly just for fun. Do I think the Pistons are going to get Kyrie Irving? Do I think they're going to run the Cade Cunningham as small forward?
Yeah,
Probably not.
Nope. Yeah, we're not. None of that's realistic. Kyrie Irving, I would love to see him in Detroit, but obviously, if he thinks the world is flat, he probably thinks that Michigan
But
is
he would
completely
love to beat
underwater.
LeBron in the finals.
Ooh, yeah, that would be fun.
That would be
Since they
something.
can't make it past the freaking Bucks, but none of my business.